But they are talking there. A good thing I see it out of lower corner of my eye, you know. But they are talking, I didn't even realize say the mic mute. Good day, guys. Good day to you all, and welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. You know, thanks for being here as always. We're doing a preview before the Canada game, which is scheduled to start in about 3.5 hours from now. So we're going to probably do a hour and a half preview, you know, before we do the watch along. I haven't set up the watch along as yet. I need to set up the watch along. I'll do that when I finish this live. But yeah, so good day, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're talking Jamaica versus Canada, a game that I personally feel will be a massive test for Paul Hall. Look, me personally, I'm already convinced that Paul Hall is the man for the job going forward. But with that being said, for me personally, I think this will determine how good of a coach Paul Hall really is, right? If this team can hold their own today against a Canada team, which honestly, if they don't, I won't hold it against him. I really wouldn't. But if they could, right, hold their own, trust me, man. Trust me. Trust me. I think at that point in time, I would have absolutely. Right now, I'm 95% sure about Hall. But if this team goes to BMO Field and holds their own against Canada, I would be 190% sure that Paul Hall is the man to take us forward. We're gonna be looking a little bit at the Canadian team. We're gonna also be looking at the historical record of both teams against each other, and we're also going to be looking at what we would like to, or what we think would be the best starting 11, right? That's what we're going to be looking at. So welcome back again, guys. Welcome back. For starters, it's going to be a difficult game at BMO Field. Gonna bring up the head-to-head very shortly, but it's gonna be a very difficult game at BMO Field. I think everybody who knows anything about football knows that it's gonna be a rough game for sure. I'm curious to see how the team, one, who starts, and two, how the team sets up. In terms of not only from a formation standpoint, but also just from a do we go out on the pitch and try and sit on the back foot, so to speak, right? Because I can guarantee you, Canada would be throwing everything at us in the first like 20-30 minutes, They will be throwing everything at us in like the first 20-30 minutes, right? So for me personally, I am very curious to see, how the Reggae Boyz will set up in anticipation of that wave, right? And how we handle that wave, how we deal with that wave. We have dealt with pressure reasonably well in the qualifiers so far. I think that is because we have been under so much pressure in most of the games. Eventually, we crack under the pressure. But let's see. I expect to see a lot of counter pressing and a lot of high pressing from the Canadians, right? Intense front press, a stifling front press. Canada want to seal World Cup qualification at BMO Field, See, so they won't be playing. They won't be playing at all. They won't be playing at all. So it's gonna be a real tough game. And as I say, man, if we can hold our own in this particular game, especially at Beamer Field, especially with the personnel that we have going to Beamer Field, if we can hold our own, trust me, man, I will, the gaffer will have my full 100% support. My full 100% support. Rum Blood Gaming, big up, boss. Bro, we need more friendly overall. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's always been a huge problem with this national team. Huge problem with this national team. You know, we have never had enough games. Never had enough games, right? We heard last night that some personnel were not yet in Canada. If memory serves right, I think Damian Lowe, you know, was not in Canada up until yesterday evening. So, you know, that's interesting. That's very interesting, right? So let us see. I was getting a little bit upset. Last night because when I was on Manning's Man Show, because I'm saying, yo, you know, like, I don't understand how this foolishness, you know, still going on, right? A couple hours before a game and players still not on the ground, right? Federation need to shape up, man. Federation need to shape up. All right. So I am going to bring up the 11 v11 so that, you know, we can see what is the historical record between these two teams. You know, Jamaica has traditionally done well against Canada. We have traditionally done well against Canada. All right, let me share it. We have traditionally done well against Canada, but, you know, obviously this Canadian team is a different animal. A different animal. Different animal. Phil Jones, what's happening, man? Big up, boss. So let's look at the record now. So we have played 23 games. Jamaica and Canada have played 23 games. We have won 7, drawn 7, and we have lost 9. No, it's crazy because we have, in terms of Concacaf elite, and obviously Canada is not a Concacaf elite like a Mexico or a US. But me personally, I still see them as a bit of a Concacaf elite. Now, this is one of our better records, you know, against a Concacaf elite team, so to speak, you know, right? And I mean, it's still all that. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest at all. It's not the greatest. Let me see. How many World Cup qualifying games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 World Cup qualifying games played so far, right? Cool. So I could jot that down to see the World Cup qualifying record. 7 World Cup qualifying games. And we have won, out of those 7 World Cup qualifying games, we have won 1, 2. We have won only 2. Hold on there. Let me look back on this again. Hold on there. 1, 2. We have won only 2 World Cup qualifying games. That's crazy. How many draws? Your draws so now is still in but I don't know what I mean. How many draws? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 draws. And how many losses now? So that would be what? 1 loss then. 1 loss. There you go. 1 loss. That's a very interesting record. So that is 7 World Cup qualifying games, 2 wins, 4 draws, 1 loss. So we kind of slightly have the upper hand against Canada in World Cup qualification round. They slightly have the upper hand in the overall record. Right? 7 games won, 7 games drawn, and we have lost 9 games to them. But in the World Cup qualifying record, we actually have the upper hand. It's a pity this doesn't tell you where the games were played. I think if you click on it though, I think if you click on it, it will tell you where the games were played, Yeah, I totally forgot about this, That when you click on it, it will tell you where the games were played. Totally forgot about that. To see exactly how the records stay at each other's respective home grounds. Let me just say where the one victory that we had, the 2 victories that we had over them in World Cup qualification. Let me see where those victories would have occurred. All right, so the last one was in 2008. So that would have taken place at the Independence Stadium in Botha. I am guessing that is in Canada. That is definitely not in Jamaica. Definitely not in Jamaica. And the one before that was in 1997, right? And that took place at the National Stadium in Kingston. If memory serves me right, that would have obviously been in the World Cup qualifying campaign that we qualified and went to France 98. So, out of the 2 victories that we have had over Canada in World Cup qualification, one of them came at the National Stadium and the other one would have taken place in Canada. Phil Jones, remember that Lawrence goal versus Canada? Lawrence goal? Oh, you mean, Oh, yeah. The new formation and tactics that we're using right now is deadly. If we, Jamaica, master that formation and tactics, we would be deadly. Yeah, I mean the team is looking decent, man. The team is looking decent. For sure. My thing though is I find it very difficult to see us going to BMO Field and really playing. The only way I see us going to BMO Field and playing expansive football is if Canada wrap up this game like 2-3-0, right, in like the first 30 minutes, and they just start to game manage. So that's what I realize Canada do sometimes, Them go hard in the first 20-30, wrap the game up, take even a 1-0, 2-0 lead, right? And they sort of manage the game for the rest of the game when they take a lead that they deem to be a comfortable lead, right? Or a lead that, even if they were to concede, they would be comfortable with the result, right? But they do tend to manage games very well. That's the only way I see us being able to go to BMO Field and play expansive football. If Canada take the lead and they end up just trying to game manage and we end up chasing the game. All right. So I am going to also now take a look at their squad. I want to take a look at their squad. I saw a glimpse of it the other day. I mean, it's pretty much a stacked squad. Pretty much a stacked squad. I mean, most of the big names are there. Most of the big names are there. All right, so let me share it with you guys right now. The weather is going to be the biggest problem now. Dr. Hero, some people don't think so, Some people think that the players that we have there will be able to manage it, Like, for instance, Alex Marshall, Lamar Walker, even though he plays at Miami FC, he would be traveling the country with his USL team and playing in some quite difficult places in some difficult weather. The same for Speedy as well. Andre Gray plays in England. Ravel Morrison plays in England. I mean, obviously the JPL players coming off the bench will find the weather a bit difficult. I wouldn't even be surprised if some of them have never traveled previously. So, if this is your first time traveling or you're not very well traveled, right? And especially if you have never encountered weather like that, it might be a bit, difficult, right? So let me share the King Brown and Maggie need a European team. But Maggie already have a European team. The problem is him not getting a game. Him don't already have the European team, man. He's in a decent team in a decent league. Yo, honestly, I don't even feel like Maggie should get a move, I think Maggie just needs to step up, When he did the interview and not to go off on a tangent, but I just want to say this. When he did the interview on Coaches Day, scene, and him talk about his playing style not being suited to the way how UPenn plays, and that is why he thinks that, he has not been having a lot of joy there. See, what I read from that whole talk, we're making up on Coaches Day, is that the work rate not there. Because if you watch UPenn, is a team that runs, the few times I've watched them play is a team that runs, right? That's the only thing that really stands out to me. It must be that him not put in the yards, right? He's not a running number 10, right? He wants to be a passing number 10. And somebody else said something to me also about Maggie. Big up, I don't know if the person want this opinion be public, so I'm not gonna say who say it, but because it was told to me in private. But the person is saying to me, say, yo, look, Tyreek Maggie's main problem isn't even his lack of work rate off the ball in terms of defensively. It's his lack of work rate off the ball in the attacking transition in terms of him movement. The movement, finding the pockets of space to receive the ball isn't what it should be. And honestly, I agree. So me never know if more Maggie need for just buckle down. Maggie need for stay in club, buckle down and fight and take that spot to either get game time or to be a starter. I think he has the potential to do it, man. I think he has the talent and the technical ability to do it. All right, so let me just see if you guys are seeing the screen. Let me remove the banner for better visibility. Let me just read one and two of the comments quick and fast before we look at the Canadian team. Brain cell. Is this brain drain? Is this that look like a gaming photo as the profile picture? Is this the gaming channel for brain drain? Maggie trying to play like Ozil. I agree. And that's what I'm wondering if that's what he's alluding to when he says that his playing style don't fit the team playing style. Seeing me talk it already, I think the play will really show up Maggie when he made that 12-minute or 13 or 14-minute appearance in that game against Beershot. Yo, the man, I talk about it in one video when I do. As a substitute, it look away for you as a substitute. Come on the pitch with like 14 minutes left in the game. And you're not track every defensive run. Right? At the player make the move to the byline, right? To get in across, to whip in across. Maggie start to track the run and then him stop. And then the player comfortably get in across into the box. It's just fortunate for them that the cross was a poor one, but the amount of time and space Maggie gave the player, right? The player really and truly should have put in a far better cross than that. And any manager looking at that would have said, yo, you just come on as a substitute, right? And you run that for track. Seeing, and you start track the run and then you stop. Stopping and allow the player to get to the byline and whip in the cross. Right? If me was a manager, boy, in a see back my field. One thing if you start the game in the 80th minute, yeah, do that. But as a substitute, fresh legs, and the other team is a man down, 20 centimeters of snow is expected. Away now say. Formula, no matter who play where, they're going to find it difficult. Yeah. Yeah, man, Tennessee. Big up, bro. Big up. It's 6 degrees and snowing here in Toronto right now. There you go. So Blaze Master is in Toronto. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be difficult for the substitutes like the Bygraves and the if a player like Green starts or Howell and them guys, it's gonna be difficult for them going up against the Canadian team that we're about to look at in terms of the personnel, and also coping with the Beamerfield is not an easy place to play, man. The fans them go hard, man. I've seen some of their games at Beamerfield and the fans them go hard. Seen? So the fans will really and truly get behind the Canadian team for this one because they want to seal qualification. No. All right, cool. So him are the problem, just need him for shine. I'm not saying he's the problem, but I don't know. That's how I interpret it. I don't know if it's lack of fitness. I don't know if the boy just lazy, or him probably don't know how to put in defensive work, and him don't really understand fully the whole concept of movement and how key it is, which I don't think that could have been. Him couldn't be in one European academy for well over a year and about 2-3 years now, Maggie, they are UPenn and not understand the concept of movement and how important it is in attacking transition. Laugh out loud formula, people can say all they want and make excuses. Players have to work for their game. If going to rough if other people are working harder than you. Yeah, and you see the thing is, Maggie is a young youth, Maggie is supposed to hungry, So Maggie is supposed to come in and work, man. And if you lose your if a year run for track and you're not track the run as a substitute, then you don't want the game. You don't want the game at all. All right, make a look on the enough of Tyreek Maggie. Make a look on the Canadian team. Seen? All right, so you have Maxime, what is Crepeau? I think that's how you pronounce it. I think we saw a bit of him in the Gold Cup. At the Gold Cup, I think, if memory serves me right, I've seen him keep for Canada though. And I think, LAM keep for LAFC, Milan Borjan. He's definitely the starting goalkeeper for Canada. He plays for Red Star Belgrade, big club that in a Serbia, If I'm not mistaken, is the most successful club in Serbia, Everybody know Red Star Belgrade. The two biggest clubs in Serbia, Red Star Belgrade and Partizan Belgrade. Kamal Miller plays for Montreal. Derek Cornelius, I don't know which club badge this. I hover over it, but it's not coming up. Scott Kennedy, Victoria, Christian Gutierrez, Whitecaps, Richie Larea. By the way, Alistair Johnson, Richie Larea just made a move recently to Nottingham Forest. He was at Toronto with Taxi. Alistair Johnson is at Montreal. Stefan Estacio, one of the best midfielders in the Portuguese Super League. And a clown baller that, man, a big baller that, So far, it is clear, it is very evident to me that this is a stronger Canadian team than what played us the last time, right? Liam Fraser, Mark Anthony Kay, there you go. He plays in the MLS as well. Jonathan Osorio plays in the MLS as well for Toronto FC. Ativa Hutchinson, the captain, that big Besiktas central midfielder, right? Captain Besiktas to a Turkish Super League title and also to the European Champions League group stages. Ismail Cohn, central midfielder, plays for Montreal, 19 years old. Kyle Larin, a player who at one point in time was eligible to play for Jamaica, top scorer for Besiktas in the Turkish Super League. Liam Miller, FC Basel. Junior Hoylett, Reading, another player who at one point in time was eligible to play for Jamaica. Tajan Buchanan, Jonathan David, Ugbo, and Cavallini. Cavallini plays with Javian Brown at the Whitecaps, right? I think the big ballers here we know the names. The big ballers here, Jonathan David, Tajan Buchanan, Junior Hoylett, Atiba Hutchinson, Stefan Estacio, Osorio, Larin, right? Those are some big ballers, man. Those are some big ballers in terms of, relatively speaking to Concacaf, in the context of Concacaf, right? So basically, this is a full-strength Canadian team minus one obvious absentee, and that absentee being Alphonso Davis, that world-class left back, right? Who is also I don't think a lot of people really realize how good of an attacking player Alphonso Davis is, in terms of he can start in a more advanced position, even at the highest level and have a big impact on the game. Bayern actually bought him as a wing forward, He was a teenager and he scored a lot of goals and assisted a lot of goals in the MLS as a winger. And that's why they bought him. right? I think it was Hernandez who got injured and they had a need at left back and they put him in there to fill in for Hernandez, and boy, he became one of the best, fullbacks in the world. So guys, we have a tough task, One of Canada's ballers alone missing, One of Canada's ballers alone missing. Basically, this is a full-strength Canadian team. A full-strength Canadian team. Seen? So, a full-strength Canadian team at BMO Field, man. Yo, it got tough. It is going to be tough. Right? And especially when they want to seal World Cup qualification. Right? They want to seal it, and they want to seal it tonight. Right? They are going to be going hard. Hard. Boy, I remember the last match, Davis walk past about 4 man from left back, and I think that run ended up in a shot. Yeah, man. If memory serves me right, the shot went just wide clinical. Remember, there were a couple of times doing a clinical. There were a couple of times in that game that Alphonso Davis made some runs that him drift past a couple of players them well. People say O'Neal Fisher locked down Davis in another game there, no go say no. People no make nobody telling you. No make nobody telling you that. No go so. O'Neal Fisher never locked down nothing in another game there. No go so. Not a thing no go so. Seen? So Alpha, it's a good thing. Alphonso Davis not being in this game, guys, is a massive positive for us. Massive positive, because I'm telling you, man, Alphonso Davis is the only player in Concacaf that I have absolutely no issues. I feel no way to talk it publicly. So the man is world class. Every other one of the other contenders, it's up for debate. Arguably, they are world class. In terms of the top guns in CONCACAF. But Alphonso Davis is the only player in CONCACAF that, without a shadow of a doubt, this player is world class. And he balls for Canada. Right? Me never yet see Alphonso Davis have a poor game for Canada, By the way, guys, smash the like button. Free and easy way to support. I have never seen Alphonso Davis have a poor game for Canada. Right? So, to say that his absence is a blessing for us today in this particular game. It can't be overstated, man. The player, players like that, to really limit them, you have to double team them. Honestly, players like that, to limit them, you have to double team them. Seen? So, for us not to have to double team a player like that who always plays well for Canada, never fails to put in a really good shift for Canada, for us not to have that requirement of having to double teaming, that's a real blessing, man. Real blessing that we don't have to double teaming. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about predictions for the match as well. Let me say this. I'm gonna say that the match is gonna draw. It's gonna draw 1-1. That's what I'm going. Whether I believe that or not, right? I'm gonna say that it is gonna draw. Whether I believe it's going to happen or not, right? 1-1 draw I'm going for. 1-1 draw I'm going for. Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult game, and it's gonna be a really difficult game. Let me drop the link. I forgot to drop the link, Me not gonna really stay long though, Me drop the link and see if anybody just want to make some comments about this game. Not gonna stay long. Smash the like button, guys. Free and easy way to support the channel. right? So if Alphonso Davies was playing, we'd have far more to worry about for sure. But apart from Davies, all the other big ballers are here. This is a full strength, full stack. I don't see any other big player really that is missing. All of the big players are here. Jonathan David is definitely going to be a player that we're going to need to worry about. Right? He didn't really have he had a very, very quiet game for us at the against us at the National Stadium. Never did anything of note in the National Stadium. Seen? A very, very quiet game, was absent for most of the game, to be honest. So we managed to keep him quiet then. Hopefully we can do that tonight. From the games I have seen with him for Canada in the qualifiers so far, for the most part, he has done well. For the most part, he has done well. You know, I am very concerned about that midfield with Estacio and Atiba Hutchinson, you know. By the way, Atiba Hutchinson is 39 years old. Can you believe that? 39 years old. Right? You would think he was 29. And he's showing no signs of drop off. But that's an anomaly, doing, guys. For a 39-year-old, especially a midfielder, right? To be able to, especially to play the way that he does, that is an anomaly, man. Honestly, he is the ultimate professional, right? He invests a whole heap of money in his body and really and truly take care of himself to be able to be 39 and doing what he's doing at the level that he's doing it at. Turkey Super League is no joke. Tevin Campbell says, once Jamaica rough up Canada, they can beat them like how Fisher did rush up. Tevin, no bother with the foolishness, Tevin. Tevin, no bother with the foolishness. Me just said it earlier in a stream in a bedroom. Me no want to hear nobody can tell me say O'Neal Fisher locked down Alphonso Davies. Not no go so. Not no go so. Right? Him put in 1 and 2 tackle, yes. The few times earlier in the game, in the early stages in the game when him could have get close to him. And also, as I say, remember in Alphonso Davies and O'Neal Fisher, that battle they never really happened all that much, you know. Because Alphonso Davies was drifting more centrally for most of the game, you know. So him never really got toe-to-toe with O'Neal Fisher. Formula, we don't even have enough players, laugh out loud, much less 2-person teaming up on somebody. Laugh out loud. Yeah, then that's why, wait, Tennessee. Then that's why we're happy to say Alphonso Davies not there here, man. If we couldn't even double team a player like that. The problem is, man, Davies couldn't pass the man. Talk the truth, Fisher. Davies couldn't, no, sir. No, I mean, I agree with that. Me interpret that one a little bit differently, Tevin. Me interpret that one a little. But a couple times, well, Alphonso Davies drift past Fisher in that game. Right here, my boss said earlier, say him remember in the game when Alphonso Davies make a particular runner and beat about 4 player, walk past about 4 man for a left back, right? And I think that run ended up in a shot. Yeah, man. Alphonso Davies walked past Fisher a couple times in that game, man. Not a whole heap, to be fair, but most of the times when that matchup came about, either Alphonso beat him or Alphonso, end up getting a foul. Formula Bygrave look fit and ready for play Jamaica. Him for start today, him can rough up the Canadian defender Rajan. You're joking, man. You know, Bertie, which game would I watch? And me alone see a Bygrave boss at the end of the El Salvador game. Rajan, and me alone see that? And me alone see that, Rajan? Rajan, Bygrave boss, and I know me alone say it. Other people say it too. Bygrave as a substitute or forward on in like the 70-something minute, boss at the end of the El Salvador game. If Bygrave start this game, you have problems. Problems. No, me not. Rajan, me not gonna support that attack there. Me can't support that attack there, Rajan. I tell you, Go back, go watch the game again, Rajan. Bygrave bus at the end of the game as a substitute. We come on in a 70-something minute. The man boss. I tell you, you could have seen man get leggy. They could have seen man get leggy. Boss, what go on? Been a while.
What go on, Pamela?
Boy, me there, man, alive and kicking, you know?
Yeah, man. Get up there, man. You listen to you say, you're expecting a draw.
Me never say me expecting a draw in Tennessee. me never say, me say, I am rooting for a draw. That me I say. Me never
You're
think
rooting
it
for
go
draw.
on, but that me want for go on. That would be a good result for me.
Yeah, me come go say you're very optimistic, brother.
Yo, Tennessee,
Hmm?
it a go rough, virgin. If
Pamela, let me tell you something.
mm,
If you look how Canada play, what most time watch Canada play,
eh,
even the other night, when Canada have 10 players, then in a Costa Rica.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah,
So based on how we play, if you look on how Canada play, boy, me expect a rough game tonight. Me expect them. Well, me not think them will beat like 6 so. But me not expect no less than 3-0. And me I tell you, me always want
yeah,
Jamaica win, but at some point
yeah,
you have to. Well, if they draw the match, I'm not glad I win it. Some people say win.
yeah.
Me don't know why they say that, but formula, me not expect no less than 3-0 in the match together. So me don't want disappointment. You see me I say?
Yeah,
If they
yeah,
can do better than that, very happy. But based on how Canada play right now, me not see how we are going to stop them. If the match was played in Jamaica, would I be a little more optimistic.
yeah.
But based on what me see from the two teams, I expect Jamaica to get some slap tonight.
But guys, we now wish bad for the team, you know. Don't get wrong, you know,
No
but
one.
you have to be realistic, man. That game, this, especially given the context, Tennessee, the only thing we probably might not make it the toughest game we play so far in these qualifiers is that the pressure not there.
Yeah.
For we personally, the pressure not there.
Yeah.
And the pressure not really there for Canada either. Because them almost basically seal qualification.
Normally pressure did it for them because they want, remember saying there's a celebration in the family.
Yeah.
You want a celebration tonight. You want to dust out Jamaica and celebrate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But for me, I mean, actually, I expect Jamaica to do nothing in the game, my brother. Based on the squad, what we have right now, see, Paul had a try, because you can see the improvement at one team. But you see, based on how Canada play, you see the passing thing outside back, we don't used to it yet. And they're going to rush away.
Yeah.
And me think that the whole serious. Because remember in Canada, remember in the formula, Canada have more faster players than Canada play ball more faster than El Salvador, you know. Move the
Way
ball quicker.
faster. Yeah, move it
And the more
quicker,
pressure away. You see, if we try that passing out back tonight, what we do? Formula, it's about trouble going to do. Because I remember say crowd going to do them going to be energy, everything. No more pressure, man.
Yeah. So wait, where the Tennessee? Expect a long ball tonight?
Serious long ball, I go.
Bye. Just so things that we get rid of a long ball, me man.
Formula full team, Jamaica full team, I want them win, but we have to be realistic.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. You know what, boy, Tennessee. When I think about this game, I keep on remembering when El Salvador went up to Beamer Field. I don't know if you watched that game there.
Yeah, what? Let me watch it.
But yes, you see that first 30 minutes, the brethren, El Salvador couldn't even breathe.
You watch one in Panama? You watch Panama?
Panama up
Panama
at
and
Beamer
Canada?
Field. Yeah, man, I think I watched that one as well. Yeah, man, I think I watched that
same
one.
thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jamaica have to put on some extra spike this evening. People. You see longer the game they go without the Canada score. It's a good thing. But they were pressure
Yeah.
with family. I mean, I tell you. I expect them to pressure with hard. Me see what
Yeah.
they do with El Salvador. What they do with Panama.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, we have better team than Panama.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
You know, honestly,
I mean,
even
people, you say, it could go bother the JPL player. It could go bother every player who have played tonight.
you think so?
Remember the family, we have Lee and Bailey. We kind of hold on for the ball.
Yeah.
We little skill and so. See? We only have Brabel in the midfield. And Speedy Williams. Remember the family? We don't put him on the midfield. And take a look at full midfield. Only Ravel. You know the midfield. When we see, we can hold the ball and make 2 decent passes.
Yeah.
Andre Gray, I forgot to play a pivotal role. He must go work tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. He must forgot drop
man.
deep. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, man, he must go work tonight. I remember saying Andre Gray no really have the speed. You understand? It's a rough time, man.
Yeah, no.
We can come out that game and embarrass yourself.
No, you know, put fun and joke aside. I mean, we use laughter as a way for cope. But honestly, Tennessee, you know, not to, you know, we don't want to make it sound like we are predict doom and gloom but no. I'll tell you this much. This game will tell me a lot about Paul Hall. No, I wouldn't hold it against Paul Hall if the team, you know, does not, you know, put in a decent performance. I wouldn't hold it against him. But if this team got to Beamer Field, if this team goes to Beamer Field in these particular set of circumstances, seen with our weakened squad, and them hold them on, even if they lose 1-0, even if they lose 2-3-0, but according to the run of play, they were competitive. Yeah, if that go on, I have no doubt Paul Hall is the man for the job if that go on. Because even if we were at our full strength going into this game, with full strength personnel wise, may I tell you, it's gonna be rough. And Jamaica's main weakness is playing out of the back, short passing, building out of the back, right? And for that to be our main weakness, going up against Canada, where literally for them identity is intense high pressing, intense counter pressing, intense running, not giving players time and space on the ball to build out from the back, right?
Non-stop.
Just Virgin, may I tell you. I am look. Got you.
I just think like if we get a draw out of this match, it will feel like a win. You see me? If we get a draw, it will feel like a win, family.
Yeah, I agree.
Based on the squad, just like what you say, we just want to see all them play. Maybe you can lose, but you still come out of the game with a dignity in your brother.
Yeah.
Based on how you play and think. You see me, I say? But in Canada, I want the right team to test myself against to see where we're there.
Yeah.
You see me, I say?
Yeah.
Because we just start play like passing out our back. You understand? Try to set the team. And we have some young youth in our team. So I think this is a good test for them to then say international football is no joke.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man.
my thing is, as me got rope in and seen right now, but my thing to answer this question, Pagan, and this is a good question because all the time we beat and say, oh, this and that are go on, but let me tell you how I think we can win this game. More than likely, we're going to see a 5-3-2, right, as the starting formation, and obviously it would move to 3 at the back in attacking transition. See? If we can remain resolute in defense, right? If we can remain compact, if we can remain organized, right? And really put in a shift, keeping out Canada in the first 25-30 minutes. And do our best in terms of in that first initial 25-30 minutes, if we can do our best to really hold the ball for an extended period of time, right? To run out the Canadian press, so to speak, because them can't press for more than 15 seconds or so. If we can hold the ball, right, just keep it, right? You know, however Paul Hall intends to go about doing that, if we can do that and, you know, allow the Canadian intense press to, you know, run its course, hold the ball, and then, you know, allow Canada to get back behind the ball, I think that we can, you know, and try and keep it for an extended period of time as well, so that to relieve the pressure on the back line, right? I think that Andre Gray's hold-up play might be very, very crucial to this game. If Andre Gray can set up bomb and find those little pockets of space in behind the Canadian intense front press and really hold the ball, and if we can get numbers to support him relatively quickly, right? Let the Canadian press run its course. Them can't press for more than 15 minutes at a time. Them will burn out. Seeing and hold the ball to ease. After that press has lapsed, hold the ball to try and relieve the pressure on the back line, because you know pressure bust pipe. Right? I think that's the way. And just take time, grow into the game. Just take time, grow into the game. Once we survive that initial 25-30 minutes, even if we keep it at 1-0, once we survive that initial 25-30 minutes blitz and don't concede a whole heap of goals, we can leave Beamer Field with a decent showing. Unseen, where are you, boss?
Yeah, man, but I be here in for here in the background now.
Ain't that bad. Me hear a little thing, but not that bad, man. It's all
Alright,
right, man.
then, yeah.
Yeah, man, long time I want to link up, man. Where are you, Coach Parchy?
There, man. Start the El Futuro Academy, you know.
How are you now, say?
1 month now. So this is the 4th week. Saturday gone the 4th week.
We have to talk in Unseen. We have to talk.
50, I have up to 50 youngsters coming.
How are you now, say to me?
From age 13 to 17.
And guys, if you guys want to find out more about that, you can go on Unseen's Instagram page.
Right.
And you guys can see, you know, details about that. Virgin, big up yourself, man. You make moves, youth. You make moves. That's how we like to see youths them progress in our life, you know, Virgin.
Oh, the right way. And it's at Golden Springfield, everybody. Golden Springfield. So anybody who wants to help out, they can give a helping hand and stuff like that. Yeah, so to the game, formula. So
congrats to Unseen. Congrats.
So based on what, thanks. So based on what you're saying and Tennessee, for me.
Big up yourself, Unseen, and congratulations.
Yeah, man. A big move that, man. We can't just move past that like a nothing, Virgin. We have to big you up, Virgin.
Yeah, man. Respect.
That can only go from strength to strength, Unseen.
Yeah, man. I'm going to need help, you know. I'm going to need Tennessee help, you know.
Yeah, man.
We're all on board, Virgin, for helping.
Everybody help in the comment section, you know.
Yeah, man. Any way we can, man. Anything in our powers, man. You just link me up and we you know, we give our strength to you.
Yeah.
Must, Virgin. Must. Go through.
So to listen to you and Tennessee, for me though, I think the changes have to be perfect if Paula wants to win this game. I think the changes, putting on Bygrave to get some more time. You can see that the JPL. I don't know. Some people don't see it, but I've seen the JPL really improving in terms of quality, and it's showing, in the matches that we played, the players playing. Daniel Green really showing that he has something to offer for the national team. Atafi Bygrave, his hold up play for that short period of time that he came in, bring us a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, Paula, because we are not fit, the changes have to be perfect.
True.
You understand me? And then Damian Lowe have to understand that this is not Tapa Whitmore anymore. We'll play a long ball. We need to relax and make some short points. You can see in the last game, Damian Lowe make 3 long balls, right? Remember, Daniel Gray run 2 times already now. He must burn out, don't it? In Tennessee,
Yeah?
he must burn out if he make 2 long balls and he run off for them. And he must burn out.
Yeah. I told you
Damian Lowe still
The answer about the button upon me.
Damian Lowe still make a third one.
I true.
You understand me? I was at stadium watching that game live, so I can tell you.
Yeah.
You understand me? So those are the little things that may cost us giving away the ball foolishly. You understand? But attacking wise, I'm seeing Jamaica getting chances to score. I don't know if we're going to score them, but we'll get chance to score and we'll get good amount of chance to score. We're going to get chance after the goal. We just need to capitalize on them.
Yeah.
So my prediction is if we score goals, the game will be a 3-2 game. So Jamaica will win 3-2 for me. That's my prediction.
Hold on there.
And to me,
go through Tennessee.
And to me, I think, miss that game, man. You see, if we don't score first, we will lose that game, man. Because if Canada score first, they will pressure with it. But because I think we have got to play in transition because Canada play a high press. The defense play high. So
yeah,
I think we need somebody with some speed. We can break the line when we get a chance to move at them.
And at that time, in Tennessee, Andre Gray really have the speed, Gray really have the speed.
That's why we have to play a possession game. We have to play a possession game.
We can't do that on team. We can't play expansive like how we do El Salvador. Then we murder with Virgin.
How them gonna murder we if we have players who can hold the ball up?
Yeah. And we're gonna miss Leon Bailey.
Hold on there, boss.
What you have to understand, we can't just because them and lead the group or whatever. Remember, this is just Canada. Last time Canada, we play them 20 times, we win 6, them win 9, we draw 5. That's our 8-8 statistics.
Different Canada team this time.
Canada. Right? Canada come to Jamaica and we are playing madness football and we could have win same way. Right? Now we are playing. You can see winning from far, family. Tennessee, you can see win from far.
Yeah.
Look how Jamaica play against El Salvador. We should blank them. We are play like a team where we should have about third and now in the league.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
You understand? We are play like a team now where we should have the third in the league. Imagine Paula teach the player them this when the campaign just start from Gold Cup. Where
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be one of the best teams that Concacaf right now? Think about it.
But unseen. What me I say, remember the disparity in quality between Canada and this current team, Remember, there's no Leon Bailey also.
Yeah, that's right.
But you have to remember, say we have players there who can step up too. Robert Morris can step up and play a wonderful game.
But I just who else can step up? Lamar Walker?
No, who can stop Ravel when he have a good game?
Yeah, but Ravel alone can't do it.
No, you asked you to start about one man a while ago, Leon Bailey, so me I give you next one.
Yeah, but me done already in my head have it say Ravel will step up. Me I say who else are gonna help Ravel?
Yeah,
Great can help Ravel.
And if you watch the last game,
wonderful.
And if you watch the last game unseen,
Yeah?
you watch the last game. But if you look at it, Ravel and Bailey was the 2 best players by some distance in the last two games.
Right.
You understand? And you know, say when you take out Bailey, come remember, you know, if Bailey got Canada, them have to keep an eye on Bailey. I mean, another player can step up, you know, but they have to prove that to it tonight.
Yeah.
You're surprised today, see? Yes, Green take the ball and move like him at the best thing on the field.
No.
But I love to see that. Unseen, me not like. But I love to see that.
Me I love to see it too, but me
I
not
love to see that. Me
You don't believe?
Me have to see that to believe that.
Me have to see that. Because there's a big gap in the quality between the Canadian team and our team, you know.
On paper.
Yeah, and if you look on El Salvador, El Salvador, the have the quality. I Canada, you know.
No.
Because Canada beat them 2 times, then El Salvador beat them and beat them at Canada. So I guess
Canada slaughter them at BMO Field, Tennessee. What you mean?
Yeah, man, real bad. And I just think in longer game go without Canada score, I bet I think we because they might get nervous.
They might get nervous when them see my boy run pan them. Green and Bygrave, come on.
Hopefully we see that in the team. I that tell you, I'm glad to see that.
And Zimmy's, come on. Hey, me have to believe we might play them, you know. Understand?
Me have to see it first. Yeah, but unseen. We can't come here and look like psychopaths in unseen.
No.
Seen in terms that we can't, you know, we have to be realistic in everything. We can't come here and be dreaming in a man. We have to be real in a man. So
you know, some believe in statistics, but sometimes I can see some things from far.
So wait, what the statistics I tell you say?
Statistics I say Canada the best team and on paper and everything, and them are got slaughter away. I saw the statistics look, you know.
Yeah.
So anybody who use statistics are gonna say yo, we are a slaughteration. But yeah, me see a different thing. Me see Jamaica play a better football, and no team in Canada can stop her from score today. That me believe.
Yeah, and me understand what you're saying, Nancy. We have a better football. But to me, tonight game, I will prove if we have play a better football because this is the right team to test it against. Because really and truly, we not to rate El Salvador and Costa Rica. You know. Even though Costa Rica beat Canada still ball them at Costa Rica.
Yeah, but ball them really matter. Remember say a cheap Tennessee.
Unseen them did down a man in unseen.
All right,
yeah, man, the ball them, man.
Watch this now. A 3 part of the game, you know, defense. 2 part of the game, defend and attack. 2 part of the game, defend and attack. Right? If me have a good game defensive, that don't mean say me can't play. That don't mean say slaughter me. So what's the defense me want to play? Moreno win the league with playing defense. Just remember.
Moreno win the league playing defense how much years ago?
But unseen, but when you look,
it don't really matter how much years ago.
No, but unseen.
What's the point? Even though I play that kind of football there.
It don't really mean.
Unseen. Me not have an issue with look. Me not another playing style me I talk about necessarily, you know. Right? So me not have an issue if we sit behind and we try and break on the counter. Seeing we have to be very effective to win this game as well, Pagan. We have to be very effective on the counter in the transition. Seeing, but me not have an issue with that, you know. Seeing, I'm just saying that no matter how we play tonight, given the disparity in personnel and the disparity in quality, seeing Canada is going to be a very, very rough game. It is at BMO Field in Toronto. BMO Field is one of the most electric atmospheres I've seen in this Concacaf qualifying round. It's an electric atmosphere at BMO Field. Like, you know, when we watch Canada play at BMO Field, the energy and the vibe, it look like everybody in a stadium hungry, virgin. A long time, them not go World Cup, virgin. They're hungry. They need this.
You know, say, when Canada play Jamaica, Canada drop the ball, them think like we. Them come and say them want a point. A draw is good enough on the road. If Canada did have a different mindset of coming to win that game, they would have beat us badly.
but unseen.
What
You
I
know,
say to you is that we are go over there with your mindset. We lose the game before.
yeah, but unseen. First of all, if Canada forward come play, well, me see your point still. But what me I say is the reason why Canada came out here with that mindset was because of they had a number of key players that weren't there. People say Jonathan David and Alphonso Davis and things like Canada starting team, you know. That was not Canada starting team. A whole heap of ballers, them Estakio did come on late in the game. Atiba Hutchinson wasn't there. Tejan Buchanan was out on card suspension. Osario wasn't there, right? Victoria wasn't there. Laria wasn't there. A whole ton load of players were not there.
Ustakio wasn't there neither.
He was there, you know, but him come on late night game. Late night game. He never start. Him come on late in the game. Hoylett, although Hoylett never play either, and he's one of them super subs, him never play either.
Formula.
Them rest whole heap of ball against we took unseen. You have to bear that in mind.
Formula.
Them rest players against we.
Formula. We have Akap on the field.
Who?
We have Akap on the field around against Alphonso Davis. We don't have to say nothing more. The worst team to make up a play.
Yeah, but that team and too.
We don't have Aka now. We have better than Aka in the
midfield. No. We middle, you see for middle, weak. And yes, we play against Jellico while in middle of weakness. When you look, you look on Deb and Speedy Williams. And you look on Ustakio. Zin? And you have to be, me understand where I say unseen, but you have to be realistic. If you look for a game here, pound per pound, Canada will kill it. And we are going to do a lot of defending in this game.
Listen to me.
You can optimistic, you know. You can optimistic because you go back your team.
No, I know that.
But you have to look for the reality of the situation. No. Canada have played some kind of ball game. I think out of all our team in a Concacaf, Canada play best ball game right at this moment.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I'm can't tell you this. You see, when they go to World Cup, they go have two top teams in the World Cup. Right? Based on my experience. Mexico go do well at World Cup if them go. And Costa Rica go do well at World Cup if them go.
Canada can do well at World Cup tomorrow.
They can do well at World Cup, but they have the experience to do well at World Cup. They go so again. Not tell you no. Not tell you they might get beaten badly.
Yeah, but people say the lack of experience would have give US and Mexico the edge in the qualifiers, and we see something different. The lack of experience now hurt Canada in the qualifiers.
Right. So that's why I'm sure you know. So when you come out to World Cup, a different ball game. Mexico used to World Cup. Costa Rica and USA used to World Cup.
Remember the unseen. Me I wonder who are going to defend Tejan Buchanan. You know, Buchanan was dangerous player for me.
And at that, I was going to talk about, Tennessee. It's a very good point you're raising. The wingers in a Virgin. We have to do something about the wing play tonight, because Canada, them stretch the width of the field to its maximum in a Virgin.
Listen, we stop Pulisic and Copeland from USA. Why we can't stop him?
With better team.
Yeah, but
with better team,
better
players.
Team. Of course.
Better
players, man.
You defend them, no?
Eh?
Yeah, the same. Well, are the same defenders, but the overall, but on the defenders alone, and if you keep out a team in and see.
No, I'm
right.
Not.
If we midfield can't hold the ball, with defense are under more pressure on the defense.
No, but with defense always under pressure when we are playing top of the team. Always under pressure.
Yeah, but what I say now is that what me I say now, is that if we can't hold the ball in this particular game, if we struggle to hold the ball because of the intensity of the Canadian press, right? And the electricity flowing through that BMO Field Stadium, the energy flowing from the fans to the players. If we can't hold the middle, with defense are under a whole heap of pressure from this ruthless Canadian team. If Alphonso Davis was playing tonight, me that tell you straight up with dead like dog. That are the biggest positive, Virgin.
You can't say it, so I have to see it up first. Hold on.
And Larin and Buchanan still are going to run a rag.
Let me see. He's a coach, you know. We can't talk like one.
Yeah.
Right? That's number one thing.
Pachi, I already start hyping with
no, I'm not hyping.
Yeah, man.
I just the other day get the
badges. More experienced man, more with family.
You learn this. Fans see games different from coaches.
Cool, man.
And that's just natural. You see the game based on how you see a team play. We see the game beyond how we see a team play. Right? You can, as we said before, you can see a win. You can see a team win before it happens. Right? Even if all right, look how much time you see a team dominate and look at underdog team come beat them.
Yeah, no, Ansi, we now say we can't get a good result in a Ansi. We see what happened with even Macedonia the other day.
Right.
Yeah.
It is very, very possible. We now say it's impossible to get a result in a Ansi. Right? Whereas, by the way, smash the like button, guys. Free and easy way to support. We now say we can't get a result or it's impossible to get a result. You know, what we are saying unseen is that it is highly unlikely that we are going to get yes, all right. Look at how we have struggled to defend wing play in this particular game. The little period of pressure Costa Rica had, right? Them get it out wide, caused us problems in another little period of position that they scored, right? The little period of dominance. Wouldn't even say dominance. The little period of pressure where El Salvador had. Seeing them get it out wide. Well, it was a corner kick, really. Ball into the box. We have struggled to defend crosses into the box, whether crosses from open play, whether crosses from set pieces. And Canada is a team that loves to get it out wide, right? Overloading wide areas and get balls, whether short crosses, passes, or full crosses into the box. It will cause a problem, and we have not defended crosses well, whether from set pieces or open play, for the entirety of the campaign and scene. And that Canada. So we all under unseen. Sorry for cutting, but so our weaknesses are building out from the back with short passing, seen, and also defending crosses, whether from set pieces or open play. Those are Canada's strengths. Me now say we can't get a result in a but me now go sit down here and tell my subscribers say it is highly likely that we will. If we get it, great.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. Well, we're straight now. Yes,
sorry, Unseen. Sorry for cut you. Me didn't forget for ask this. Don't forget your point. You see that comment here? Christmas said, Unseen, you watch the Costa Rica game, Canada was a man down and they was all over Costa Rica. In Costa Rica. Anyways, go through Unseen.
Watch the game, yes. And I can say this, a lot of times team go down by 10 and they play better on the team by 11.
Yeah, but that because of the
quality. That's a show your strength. That's a show your strength.
Yes.
Yeah, but a natural thing.
No, Auntie, when a team usually go a man down, usually the other team takes control.
Right, usually. But sometimes
it's only in cases where there's a huge disparity in quality. But hold on the Auntie, make Tennessee get around.
To me, you can't judge how we play. Remember, we played 2 home games against 3 home games against Mexico. Mexico pressure with. But another game there. Even when we have better players. Because I'm now going to tell you, say, Green better than Bobby Reed. We can't tell you that. To me, you can't judge me by the game and say, we have a volleyball. This is the perfect game to see if we are improved. Or how far we reach. I mean, I tell you, we have a weaker team. I'm not going to tell you we have a stronger team because Mr. Bygrave come on, and Bygrave look like in boss. In that time when he come on the field.
Madness that.
No, man.
In boss, Unseen.
You might be a coach,
Unseen,
next
you
time.
know Unseen no fitness tendency. Unseen I try to defend the JPL players. He
But me I
knows
tell you,
he knows that Bygrave did boss in that game.
me I tell you.
Don't listen to him, Tennessee.
Yeah, man,
No.
yeah, man is man. I watch the game. Man is man the right. That's right. That's
I want to come on back. I want to come on back till tonight
Tennessee.
after the game I finish.
Answer me your question. You know.
Yeah.
What time? 4:30 the match.
I think I 4
Yeah, man. 3 o'clock, I think.
What time?
Yeah, man. 3 o'clock over time, man.
Okay.
All right. So, me answer the question. Bygrave never bust on the field.
Lord have mercy.
Right? Bygrave never bust on the field. Bygrave, them now give Bygrave the ball. Bygrave have most of the game by part of the game and Bygrave play. And when Damian Lowe kick the ball them long and him have to run them down. And when him run it down, the El Salvador just pass the ball to the box and beat him press. So him just walk, come up. Now let me ask you a question. If you run, go down there, you don't get the ball man and beat the press. If you run, come back inside,
Hey,
you have recovery time, you know. For the field,
you miss when Andre grab press and a
Well,
throw behind. And a throw behind. Because Bygrave turn up.
What?
And see, let me tell you. Me know say you will defend a certain kind of player. Zin?
No, I'm not defending, sorry. They don't
But
play
me I tell you.
I defend recovery, fitness
Me I
recovery.
tell you.
For the
Mr.
field.
Andre grab press and Bygrave stand up and a look. And Andre grab throw behind. Like him I say, yo, I want to play, brother. Me I tell you.
You mean by? All right, I see enough time the man make run and him don't give him the ball.
But what you not seen?
No, Unseen, you remember that play there at the end of the game when we are pressed to the winner, man, and Andre Gray alone a press on him, look round, and him not saying nobody a press with him. And him choke him.
What
and
kind
him
of press?
Yo,
What kind of press? One long ball play?
Him, Unseen, where you talk about?
Me ask him about one long ball.
El Salvador was playing the ball around at the back, right, between the centre backs and the goalkeeper.
All right, remember.
Gray stepped up to press, and the rest of the team never dare press with him. Now, me not go wrong a Bailey for that, who are run the entire game, But Bygrave just come on and Bygrave. Me see Bygrave look on Gray and see. Me see him look on Gray when Gray go so, and Bygrave I say, boy, Virgin. Boy, and I said, me no want to do it in a Virgin, but me not have it in a Virgin. Me not have it for give Virgin. Me not have it for give Virgin.
That's on a boss.
And see,
suppose him they make two. Listen, suppose him they make two press already. Him not have recover.
Recover and the man did that play 90 minutes?
Unseen.
And the man did that play 90 minutes?
Listen to me now. Tennessee.
Unseen. You can't get out of that.
No, I'll tell you something about football.
Unseen. Great press the whole game,
You see, anytime you do something, you do your course, they'll learn this.
Unseen. No, Unseen. Me watch enough of football for no Unseen. Say Bygrave, just go on the pitch, Virgin. Not the Unseen. Don't tell me about us. Him just don't press him off to take a rest. He just go on the field in a late 70th minute. I must say 78, 79 minute. I think he go on. You press every player got right to the end of 90 minutes.
Nobody ever agree with that quote. That's not a problem. Nobody never agree with that quote. So, wanna win?
No. We'll have fight, we know they are quote. But Unseen, you have to look for the reality of the situation.
And
I say what Una think is right.
Make Unseen make him fine. Make Unseen.
All right, go on, see.
Go to coach party. So I go to the fitness part of the thing now. When I understand this.
Yeah.
So if you are training a player, gone are the days when you do laps round field, like 10 lap round field and everything. Them things that cut
Agreed.
out.
Yeah.
Right? You do cardiovascular workout to build your cardio, your anaerobic threshold, your aerobic threshold, energy system. All right, so I'm teaching them things. Now, speed endurance, football, normal, a forward that make. I go down in that deep, a forward that make 30-meter sprints, right? 30-meter sprints. How much 30-meter sprints a forward can max for the game? Or 40-meter sprint max for the game?
I wouldn't say 30 meter, probably 20, 25.
Right. How much meter time can make max for the first half? How much him can make max for the second half.
It depends, you know,
just give me a number.
It
Just give me a
depends,
number.
you know. It
Just give me a
depends.
number.
No, I can't give a number, Ansi, but here's
Alright,
why I'm
so
not going to give a number.
Yeah.
Players are different, you know, Ansi.
Right. So
have to
remember players are different. No, I am not saying Biograve is fit. Right? But he never boss. Now, what I'm saying to you is that I saw Biograve making runs after runs after runs, and he needs recovery time. I am not defending Biograve. I am defending fitness and recovery time.
But unseen, when I say Andre Gray,
I see Andre Gray. I see Damian Lowe play a ball long and Andre Gray walk left him. Walk, come back. The same must do.
No, but you want to play
that. Hold on. Me see Andre Gray put in a shift from start to finish. Seen?
Yeah, man.
What I am saying unseen, it look away unseen. It look away, right? When a man up on the pitch,
talk to me. Look away now.
It's a big problem. It's a big if one man up on the pitch for 90 minutes unseen, and the very last play of the game, him a press.
You know, say last part of the game.
Come on in a 78 minute side him and now put in the same effort unseen. You look away.
You know, say last part of the game and the top part of the game start playing some boom kick football. That will tell out anybody.
No, Ansi.
No, I don't agree with that, Ansi. I don't agree with that. The game got very open.
But that's not the point still. Me I defend recovery. Alright, not the player. So that's that me answer.
You know, say the optimistic and thing, but
no, Tennessee, stop paying them Peter, you know. Tennessee, me I tell you fitness.
You're optimistic too because we're going to some game when we optimistic, so we are going to win. Even though in my mind that tell me say yo, we not win. Where see that one yeah? That one, yeah. If we come out of the game with a draw or 1-0, it's a good result.
All sports Jamaica, we're not watching local league today, man. International football today. Joke. Biograve now play, so I'm not watching it.
And see you watch some what? That comment there.
But hear me I say though, this is the thing. This is the thing though.
Smash the like button, guys. Very easy way.
I understand your point, Tennessee point, I think. Now look on, but there are things go beyond where you see out on the field. There are things that go beyond where you have to look. We make the reality. You understand? So like if we never said this, maybe Tennessee would know and say when a man make 3 30-meter run, he need 2 minutes recovery time before he can make it. You understand formula?
Yeah, I get that, you know.
Not you, Tennessee me at all.
He never make 3. Biograve never make no 3 30-meter run.
You understand what I'm saying?
In that time when they dip on the pitch and see.
Alright, you will never see it, but me see it.
Why? Well,
you did that match?
No, I never did that match.
On TV, so you see different. You don't see everything. Camera not show everything what going on field.
I can't argue with that.
Camera not show everything.
I can't argue with that. But from when me see
no, ask Manning's man the same question when I see. Ask the Biograve the boss.
But unseen, I know me alone say Biograve boss.
No, but fans would always be fans. Ask one coach. Ask
so unseen. If so much people say it look like the brother your boss. Right? It can be a coincidence that so much people. Sorry, Unseen, just to highlight the comment because this is a good comment now. We need to talk about we need to acknowledge it. Wayne Sawyer said, Formula, did you know that when a player is nervous, he gets tired easily? And that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Nervous player, now come up and feel come hold up balls to make a goal score.
And that is also a very good point, but the adrenaline could be going, it's a big game for him.
Nervous adrenaline.
It was his debut.
Nervous adrenaline make you do full chest pan field. Can't tell you that.
Well, fair point. And to be fair, Biograve never really do foolish. He had a decent showing when he came on.
Decent showing. Up for the challenge. You see Blake now perform good for Jamaica because he's in this gang of 9 thing. And jump out left the man then. God not like ugly, I don't know if I have a good play. But you know, if him have a good game, I think overseas him play better than when he be at Jamaica.
Yeah, I agree.
And I can say, see, if him have a good game, we have a chance to win. And if we can defend the crosses, we are gonna get a point or win the game. One or two, because all the goals we score for so far are from cross. And if we can stop them from cross and score upon we are gonna score. We have a chance to win the game.
But unseen, you know, I think my point is a fair point where when me says our two weaknesses are defending crosses and defending wide play, and also short building out from the back.
Of course,
right. Canada's strengths is their wide play and also their intense pressing.
But so may I ask you this question and no one answer me. What is Jamaica's strength?
Physicality.
What is our strength? Based on the last game that we play with Paul at the lead, what was strength?
I think our speed.
Speed? But what you mean? What
I mean, you think we can get a goal then?
In this game,
right.
Tomorrow, how can we get a goal?
Yeah, today. So you have to say Canada do have no defensive weakness?
Canada is a very well organized team, to be fair.
They don't have a defensive weakness.
No, every team have a weakness in unseen. Every team have no team is perfect, you know.
So Jamaica don't have a strength then.
But what is our strength though? What you see consistently in this qualification where you would have said is our strength?
You may ask now, you have answer me. You may ask.
Yeah, but me not have the answer. And that is a good question. What is our strength for real?
Tennessee, what is our strength?
Our physicality, our individual speed. I mean, that's the only thing we can think of. Because really and truly in unseen, even though we roll some decent leather in our last two World Cup qualification games, you know, we can't say our build-up play is our strength, even though it was impressive in the last two games. Because, you know, this is something that has been a problem for us for a long time, even though it's a different coach. But for me personally, I am not convinced as yet that our build-up play is excellent to say that it is a strength.
All right. So me, I tell you my strength to me is so far. The strength of me so far. And this is gonna make we get a goal today. If them do it. All right. You see, attacking in opponents half. Attacking in opponents half improve a lot. They improve a lot. They have patience. Then pattern of play, go down the line to square the ball is good. You see, once that boy named Brown, I deliver the cross properly. Once Brown deliver, you see Brown deliver the cross, them good in Jamaica.
True.
Score a whole heap of goal. Once Brown, I deliver the ball in good, we have a score goal. And see him with Greg Lee. If Greg Lee get opportunity to go down the line to square them in, we'll get a lot of. So now when we see when we are penetrate or when we are the attacking third, you know, attacking in opponents, we have patience. That's one of the key ingredients. You know, when you have build up to score a goal, when you are penetrate. So far, the last games from Peru, you see Jamaica, patience in them here. When top of the day, it come like a hot party left on our foot. As we kick it away.
Like our bomb, we have our foot. We watch an interview with Chavi one time, and the man said the ball is not a bomb.
Right. So basically, that's one of the strength when me see. New strength when me see. What can give us a victory in the game. Right? In the which game we play again where we lose the game? When Lamar Walker moved the ball around and thing. Costa Rica. We lost to Costa Rica. No man, the Costa Rica game.
Yeah, Lamar did have a decent game in that.
Right, when we have possession, they keep the ball in the attacking here. So we have
Lamar did play in Costa Rica?
Yeah, man. I think he'll be come on.
I think about the Peru game when he did knock some decent leather in a Peru game.
Him come on. When him come on and move the ball left, right, and thing and King one at a time, King make a play with him, and him just give King the ball so he can drive through. You know?
Unseen. Me
Unseen.
really and truly can't answer that question, the unseen, for say, what is our strength going forward in attack? Because we have not seen anything consistently in this qualifying campaign so far to really allude to that, to say,
That's true.
this is our strength. So when you ask me that question, then me I said to myself, say, yo, it's a damn good question, you know, but I'm puzzled, like my brain just got blank, Virgin. Me never have an answer for say what is your strength.
Unseen asked me, I said, if me understand a recovery. Unseen, me play Malin Cup. And run on the field. About 5 minutes, I'm a boss. We make 2 big runs. I mash up in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So, I understand what you say. But, unseen, right now, if you can ask why I Jamaica strength, we can pinpoint that. Because right now, Bailey now play. So, you know what go on? We have to see how the team play tonight. See if I see a game start. See if consider that. Because right now, we don't see how we all get a goal. Unless we make a fast break or something and score early in a game. We don't see how we are going to score a goal against Canada right now.
This is a good point on the screen, though, you know, because we saw a bit of this in the Costa Rica game, and we saw a lot of it in the El Salvador game. Balls into the strikers with runners off him, right? And again, I spoke about it earlier. You know, Andre Gray has to have a good game for the Reggae Boyz this evening if we are going to do anything in this game. Ravel Morrison, that connection between Ravel Morrison and Andre Gray has to be made in this particular game if we are going to do anything of note in this game. So that's a good point, Yard and Abroad. Big up Pagan 180 bars, much appreciated for the super sticker. Bless up. So, mate, look, Unseen, I admire your optimism and I admire your belief in JPL players, right? But
no, me I thought
Unseen, but hold on, Unseen. I want different caliber players this way I talk about in Unseen. Jonathan David, I want to lead in goal scorers in a league, in a Virgin, stitch our goal for Lille in a Champions League, in a player Champions League knockout stages, you know. Estacio, baller for SC.
Me see Messi play Jamaica and Taxler and shut him down.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. But them time the taxi they are New York Red Bulls.
So where
yes, to be fair, I can't argue with that. But hold on the unseen. That's an anomaly, do you know? Right?
From a good player, not we are playing a class player.
Yeah, but unseen, if Taxi catch Messi on him best, you know, man. Taxi get murder in a virgin. Taxi get slaughtered in a virgin. Seen? Taxi catch the man on a half day going into that game. Everybody at Jamaica thinks that Messi did a go murder Taxi virgin.
It's like Taxi smart.
Yeah, it happens, though, you know. It happens, you know. I remember Taxi boss Messi lace one night and them kill Messi dead, Messi drift past him, you know. But it happens, you know. See, but we are talk about it.
Like that.
Yeah, man, remember him pass him lace by a line one?
Yes, man. So you have to learn. I say, a good player, no matter where you play.
But unseen, what me I said though, we are talking about the degree of probability, you know. So yes, it happens, you know, but how likely is it to happen that the JPL players will hold them on against Champions League players?
Football now, not a square, football round.
All right, sir. All right, boy, unseen.
I no sleep on nobody yard.
Unseen, when me have a rough day, Virgin, and things don't look too good in my life, Virgin, me know so me have to give you a shot, Virgin. And you may have to call, Virgin.
Football no sleep on nobody yard. That's why people like talk to because you know make people happy.
Me need the optimism there, Virgin. When me have a rough day, me need the optimism there.
Optimism is seeing things from far, you know, just look beyond how it look look beyond the statistics. Or does that matter?
Unseen, I want you to watch along tonight in the bars.
What time?
I want you to watch along.
Tonight, it's at 3 o'clock match, so I'll be tonight.
Tonight, I say, I mean later on, man. About a good 2 hours from now, because we soon end the live here too, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I want you to watch along and see. I want to see a live reaction.
Oh, man, him slaughter me when I come in section. Slaughter me.
Eh?
You want to slaughter me if something go wrong? Oh, God.
No, nobody not slaughter you, Hansi. We're not going to deal with this, Hansi. We might swing the bell 2 times, but we're not going to start.
And two buckle.
And 2 buckle, yeah. All right. So, before we get out of here, Hansi, your predictions tonight.
Jamaica 3-2 or Jamaica 2-1.
You really think that Jamaica can win that game, Unseen? Yeah, Unseen. I know you not say that to that. Unseen. I see your face to the Virgin. You didn't say that to that straight face, Unseen. You didn't say that to that straight face.
Say it, I'm not take it back.
Virgin, you can't serious, Virgin. You think so we can stitch 3 goals against Canada, be my feel, Virgin?
What I mean?
Why, Unseen? Virgin, me I tell you next time me have a bad day, Virgin, and you me I like Virgin. All right, me personally, I am hopeful that we get a 1-1 draw. A 1-1 draw or a 0-0 draw. Seeing, I think this is going to be the toughest game in the qualifiers so far. Right? I think it's going to be the toughest game in the qualifiers so far. This is a almost full-strength Canadian team. Right? They are hungry to seal World Cup qualification for Qatar. From where we all are here, them all are set up entertainment system and all of that stuff for the after show after the game to celebrate them qualification to Qatar.
Next match, them are celebrate that.
Well, them really want to do it in a them home stadium, in front of them home fans. Them want to have that party. Them now want to go into the last game with you know anything left up to you know. Them want to seal it tonight or this afternoon. So I think it would be a difficult game, and I think we're gonna see intense counter pressing, intense high pressing, and I think we're gonna receive a lot of bombardment down our flanks, a lot of overloading taking place, a lot of crosses into our box, a lot of isolation of our and beating of our fullbacks, and it's gonna be a difficult game, honestly. But hopefully we can, come through. We can withstand that initial pressure that I know will take place in the first 25-30 minutes. And we can hold out and I think we have to really make this game we have to also try and make this game a scrappy encounter and try and grind out a result as well.
But
Dre.
Before I say Dre, as I said before, the key is changes. We not think we're fit enough, but if Paula manage the changes correctly and make the like for like change, we got stand a chance also. Take off our grave for a buy grave. Take off what name? Would I play Lamar Walker for if Lamar Walker start for Ziminis? Like for like change.
Is it a comment up on the screen? Yard and abroad, yeah, shoot tonight, yard and abroad.
Them are feel that way again.
Them are going to want a reaction unseen.
We're not going to make them have it easy, so.
Unseen, them are forward us tonight for revenge. Them lose them unbeaten status in the qualifiers. Virgin are trouble. All right. Dre, just give your thoughts. We quick and fast, because we're getting out of here,
Yeah, man. Quick and fast. As I said, I might. Hold on, somebody else will play.
Yeah, I think Peter mistake. I think you need to click there or jump off.
I am do it though. Yeah. All right, so big up everybody, unseen formula, big up on yourself, big up everybody in the chat section. Don't know. So quick and fast. I expect Canada to come out attacking, trying to prove a point, trying to make amends for the last game versus Costa Rica, try to prove a point, like I said. And they're going to have the upper hand because also we're playing against the elements of the snow and the freezing cold, -5 degrees right now over there. Could be 6, 7 by game time, but people them said the wind chill that's added to it, making it even worse than it actually is. So that's gonna only affect I think the local players, and I'm gonna expect a bag of local players. Just the regular two that play from the last game, Green and King. Expect them to start in this, and the replacement for Bailey should be Lamar Walker, in my opinion.
I
So
beg
the
you.
players them used to playing in these conditions because even Walker and Speedy, remember them playing at USL, so them have to travel in them conditions have to play away games, although them playing at Florida here. But
Mhm.
otherwise, some that I expect like where unseen that say like for like change. The two Premier League players out, another two same JPL players in. But this time, uh, I expect that we may see Zimenez make his debut, but like I said on my video, I wouldn't give him a debut in this game, given the conditions and all that. Don't want him to look out of place, unfit, unconditioned, because that's not the type of player he is. So I would
Mhm.
rather put out in the national stadium versus Honduras, him and Pearson in that game versus Honduras on home turf. So because of the conditions, I don't really want to give him debut. But Paul Hall, head coach, him say if they're good enough, they're old enough. So if it's up to him, he will even start them if he feel it necessarily. But
But
that's
Jay,
what it is.
let me ask you a question. Jay, how if you look unfit in a cool condition?
No, because of the conditions, the slippery of the feel and all that. You don't want him look unbalanced like him not ready for that type of conditions because it's him debut in my mech. So it's not gonna be justice against him or for him.
I want the time cool him. I'll make him the whole day the time cool him.
Not
All
about
right.
the weather. Remember the conditions and the field to play a big part. And you
No,
can't say that unseen. You play in a snow or icy conditions.
I'm just I use my brain and I say, all right then.
Yeah man, yeah man.
Cool time, run longer than at time. Normal thing. If you do a beep test, I do it in a heat, okay. They might go max 11, but if I do it in a cool condition, they may go 14. You understand normal mathematics?
Yeah, formula check that out because normally 1 hour before the game starting level drop already.
Yeah, I check it out. I don't see anything.
Oh,
I
Google
don't see
probably
anything.
drop it to Google Sports. They probably drop it to because
Yo,
they normally.
you know, sir, me never even remember about all of that. That's true, that's true. Guys, give me what you think. What's your best starting lineup for this upcoming game? Starting with Dre.
All right, so I'll continue with Blake in goal in a 3-5-2 formation. So Blake in goal in front of Blake King, Low, and Mariappa. Low left, Maps in the middle, King on the right. Then right wing back, Javian. Left wing back, Greg Lee. Middle of the park would be Speedy and Ravel. And then in front of Speedy and Ravel, I would go with Lamar Walker at Cam. And then the two forwards would be Green and Gray. However, that formation could quickly change to a 3-4-3 formation, being that Lamar on the wing, Green on the wing, and Gray up top.
Unseen. Go through, boss.
Same backline. Same backline. In the middle. In the middle, I would play Ravel, Speedy, and Oil. The two up top would be so the 5-3-2, Biograph and Gray.
All right, cool. Um, Me personally, by the way, Dre, we hearing an update on Damian Lowe. Has he arrived in Canada as yet?
Yeah, I'm dead, man. I'm
What
dead
by
from
the way?
Saturday. From
Saturday?
early Saturday.
You mean
And
early yesterday?
Raphael did it. Only player that did
Ah,
it is Barnes and Bailey.
no Damian Lowe up to last night. Something they was telling me, Mannings and something they was telling me that they weren't
Him get no man.
Canada.
Him get the information from him live. So him there, or they are going to be there. Manning's man.
Anyway, all right. Yeah, my memory kind of little shit. There was a player that up until the live last night was not in Canada. Seen, all right. So quickly,
Could be Topi.
Topi was one of them. It was two players. It was Topi and somebody else.
Topi and Barnes then. Because I know for sure Barnes not there. And Bailey have expected that.
Probably a Barnes. Then
I'm,
probably confused Barnes and
let me hear you 11.
Yeah. All right. My 11. Low, Maps, King, 3-4-3. So Low, Maps, King.
4-3-3.
3-4-3. Low Maps. 3-4-3. So Low, Maps, and King are the three centre backs, right? Wing backs being Brown and Gregley. The two central midfielders being Speedy and Ravel, and then the forwards being Gray through the middle. On the right, mid I use Alex Marshall, and on the left, mid I use Lamar Walker. That's what I would do.
I'm fine with that also. Given the conditions and the experience of Alex Marshall playing in the Canadian League, you know. So yeah, I'm with that too. I could see that one.
Yeah. So, guys, we're wrapping it up now. Big
One
upcoming
question
game.
though. One family. One last question. What do you think about Leon Bailey saying that in the interview about the ego thing?
I talk about it already, man. I say I don't really want to go in depth on it for try analyze it. Because for analyze those comments, it would just be speculation because Bailey left much unsaid.
True.
Paul said the same thing in a press conference today. You hear him say it in a press conference too.
Yeah. Him question the attitude of the players.
Ego and thing, yeah.
So I don't really want you say, especially with such a sensitive issue. I don't really want to publicly speculate and try and analyze, especially along the lines of who Bailey might be referring to. Because we really and truly don't know. Right? And some, it could be a number of players. Because a number of players were previously in the team throughout the campaign that are not in it now. It's almost an entirely different squad. Seen? So, I don't really want to speculate too tough on that. But, yeah, so guys, we have reached the end now. The game is about, let us see, the game is an hour and 40-something minutes away, right? So we're eagerly anticipating that big game later on at Beamer Field, Jamaica Reggae Boyz versus Canada. It's a big game for Paul Hall, a massive test, one that will tell me a lot about Paul Hall, in terms of, I'm already convinced he's the man for the job, but if he can really have this team rolling some decent leather against Canada at Beamer Field, then, the argument done for me, it's sealed for me. It's a tough game for us. Me personally, hopefully we can get at the very least a draw. Seeing at the very least, hopefully we not get embarrassed. Seeing me, I mean, to be negative, I just the truth, man. It's gonna be, me personally, I think it's gonna be the toughest game of the qualifiers so far. Seeing, smash the like button on your way out, guys. Free and easy way to support. Big up Jermila, big up boss. The other broad saying very cold for Toronto. Canada won't like the weather any more than the Jamaicans. So if Canada won't like the weather any more than the Jamaicans, you know, so the weather tough. The weather tough. Talawa, how you doing, friend? Big up, Crystal, big up. Guys, we're doing a watch along. I'm gonna start the watch along at probably around 2:50. Unseen, I better show your face you watch along in Unseen. May I send you a link Unseen, you know. Yeah, after that I'm watch along later tonight, later this evening. Seen? So guys, take care, stay safe, and until and by the way, big up to the panelists as well, Dre and Scene. Go Dre as a channel, go support Dre, and Scene as a channel, go support Unseen. You know, Tennessee was on earlier as well. Big shout out to Big Bro Tennessee guys. So yeah man, go through
Yes,
Unseen.
people, support Unseen Sports TV. I'm giving you guys the under 16 schoolboy league competition. You know, giving you some information on that. So check it out. I did some work on Charlie Mount games, Linfield Magrat in that group H zone, and have all the other groups there on it. So you can go and check it out. All right, people.
There you go. There you go. Good stuff over at Unseen and good stuff over at Dre Anywhere That Sports. Big shout out to all the commenters, all the viewers. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.